Hello and welcome to All In. We're deep into the Spring Carnival now. Gilgai Stakes, Dane Hill Stakes. No, just kidding. Epsom, Metrop, plenty going on. Turnbull, much more. Big weekend of racing ahead. Duck eggs for all of us. Plenty of comments on the YouTube channel. A few telling us that it was garbage. I told him to don't let the bloody door hit him on the way out. Turns out it was garbage, Louis. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I agree with him. That was actually my burner account, guys.
Yeah.
Glad I got you all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did go no good with our staking plan, so hopefully we can bounce back. That was a good weekend of sport, though. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to be good again this weekend with the NRL Grand Final, which I'm sure you're up and about for, Dino, and some good racing. Moving day in Melbourne and a couple of Group 1s, three of them, in fact, in Sydney, so plenty to dive into.
You'll be unstoppable this weekend, Dino. The Broncos are back. I was sick to the core tipping them. I even backed them.
Mm.
My ticket was confetti, but anyway, you found a way to win, and in seemingly probably second gear as well. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah. Afternoon, boys. Yeah, deep into the spring and deep into the savings account after the weekend, boys. That was a horror show for punters out there. I had to look back today and the amount
You
of
got savings,
rollback.
do you?
Yeah.
Half your luck.
What's that? What's that cash train ad? Get
Yeah.
those loans in. But no, it was a good weekend. Good to end on the Broncos note. I was in a conundrum. I'm leading the tipping comp by one.
Yeah.
I didn't know if to play straight bat, so I went the option of tip the Panthers, so it's a win-win regardless. I could have went chips in, but I went Splinters Lewis's way. So, not
Oh,
happy to be there, boys. Last time I was there, I was in 2023, and I got messages at halftime that the game was all over. And congratulations! So we know how that ended. So I don't think I'm going to go this week.
turn your
I
phone
think I'm
off,
going to
mate.
stay home.
Turn your
Yeah,
phone off.
but
Oh dear.
but yeah,
Hey,
that was my weekend. Good weekend.
yep, good stuff. Loved it. It was a good weekend of racing as well.
Mm.
It was super. Baywalk just stamped himself as probably one of the best we've seen in quite some time. Those figures, they were enormous. So
Mm.
full credit to Waller, third up, ready to go. Anything stand out to you, fellas?
Apart from
Lou?
him, what do you do with the Everest horses through the Manikato on Friday night? Shenandoah and Skybird.
Mm.
Shenandoah is a definite forget. Don't get me wrong; clearly just didn't handle the Valley, but it just poses questions as to why they even went there in the first place. Is a little bit confusing to me. When you've got a slot locked away for the Everest, why don't you just keep it in Sydney and do those lead-up races? It's all a little tricky. Skybird's got obviously big question marks now with the English slot, and a lot more questions will be answered this Saturday because a few of them are under clouds, notably Private Harry. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Does Bivok get the slot? Do they still give it to Tempted? Do they go with Tentris, the Godolphin team? There's still a couple of slots
Mm.
there to be locked away. I don't know about the Mahuna and Manal races, guys. I don't know if you had any thoughts on them, but gee, I reckon they're a bit poxy, those form lines, and I'd be keen to take on those runners out of both of those races, including those winners moving forward.
Dino, just quickly, I think the Lady Shenandoah thing, opportunity to win a Group 1 Lou that was a softer version of a Group 1 with the chance of
Mm.
going into a preparation of maybe not winning a Group 1. Like you got Everest as your next
Mm.
stop.
Yep.
You got Kayying Rising there. The last thing you really want to do is not pick up a win this preparation. So I'd imagine that that's probably what they were thinking.
Mm.
But they've gone down there and they've been valid. And you know what?
Mm.
That's racing. Just because you're the best source
Yeah.
doesn't mean you deserve a good gate and every opportunity. Like
Mm.
someone's going to draw a bad gate,
Mm.
don't they? Dino?
Yep, and she did. It was funny watching James. He tried his best to get in. He somewhat did. She sort of tried to change legs on the turn and looked a little bit awkward. But if anything, I think as a punter, I like it because I think we're getting a better price on race day come the Everest. And I doubt any of us forecasting that far. I'm not going to be taking the $1.50, $1.60 Car Ying. So we're going to have to find something else to back against him. And I think it just means we get a better price. If she wins that race, she probably goes into five, maybe a little bit less. I don't know. I think it's a perfect. It reminded me somewhat of Classique Legend. I remember he won brilliantly first up, and then he got towed up by Libertini. I think it was in the Premier or the shorts, and he price went out the door, and then he got there third up, and we saw what Chris Waller can do with a third up grand finalist in Baywak. It was sort of very elegant Melbourne Cup via Sustina
Mm.
Cox Plate setup. So yeah, it's interesting. I think the point Benny made on our show last week, Gano, too, was it was her chance to get a Group 1 against the older horses or the open class horses. She's only won it against, obviously, her age and the fillies and mares. So that's something that I probably
Yeah.
didn't look at as well.
Well, yeah, and you just probably want you that's exactly right. That's what you want, and you probably want it one in each preparation. You know what I mean? Like ideally, just looks good. Anyway, she's all right. She might win. Well, she might. What will they do after the Everest? They might go down like to the sprint.
Champion
Well, there's
sprint.
that 1300-meter race too
Yeah,
that you get. So there's that bonus, that $1 million bonus. I think it's for whoever wins. You get accumulate points Everest in that race. Kane Rosie's not going to go to that 1300-meter race, so it's going to
not
be
a
up for
Group One
grabs.
though. Is it a Group One? It's not a Group One, is it?
No, it's not.
They don't
But
need that. They
obviously,
don't need the cash. Surely they just want to get another Group
nah,
One under a belt.
yeah, they could go obviously down the champion sprint.
Mm.
Or she's a 4-year-old. Do they
Yeah, I was
do
going
a
to say Golden
Jewel
Eagle.
Star, Golden Eagle? It's at Randwick, which suits her probably better.
Mm, mm.
So I think that would probably be the carrot. Dangerous for
Fascinating.
her. You're going to get one shot at that.
Plenty of options.
Yep.
Louis, you talked about Manal form lines. Yeah, happy to take those on, although, albeit this is some suggestion of an Everest slot there. The Mahuna race, she had 58 kilos first up. You can happy to pen the others, but stick with her. That was good.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was good.
yeah,
And they weren't overly quick. And first up, she'll improve.
yeah.
I think
And you know
Tommy
what?
probably.
You put up a big price on Lubet, and we'll come.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Tommy
That's true.
maybe if he had his time back, pushes the button a little bit earlier. He thought he maybe had a bit more under him. I think the more he got stuck into, the more she
Was it
found. And
Acacia that
sort of
came up to the outside? One of them came up to the outside. I can't remember what it was.
yeah,
And
Keisha,
and they were
exactly.
traveling really well. She was traveling really well.
Yeah,
I think Tommy was like, "Oh God."
yeah.
What
Well,
do you do with
maybe he was
Beedman?
looking up.
It was dreadful.
I thought they
Well,
were fine back to the inside.
Beedman was lay of the
I
day
think
anyway, so just
Mm.
continues to be lay wherever he goes.
they'll go to the Roman console next. I think a lot of them, or majority of them. So
They
we'll see.
went
I thought Green
slow.
Eagle was good.
Dino could have led them up in his heyday. They didn't go that quick.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
He went slow and he was no good. So
Mm.
maybe he's just a wet tracker. Who knows?
All right,
yeah, exactly.
let's turn our attention to Turnbull Stakes. We'll have a look here. Antino Shin, Buckaroo, Deacon, Stackhouse, Land Legend, Middle Earth, Adelaide River, Half Yours, Via Sistina, Zardozi, Eliana, Gets D Lane, J Mac on Via, Golden Path, Geordie Charles, the Turnbull Stakes. Louis, quick look at the market. Via Sistina $2, Eliana 450, Sir Delia $6. Odds courtesy of Tab. What are your thoughts?
Don't know what I'm missing here, guys, with half yours at $15 and 380 a place. Like, okay, there's a lot of talent at the top of that betting, via Sistina mainly and Aliana and Sir Delius, I'm a big fan of, guys. But how good was this winning the naturalism? It could be a real top line kind of stayer. It won this in second gear. He had the right run, but I mean, like just hardly breathed on to get the victory. I love the fact it holds its sectionals 6-4, 4-2, and 2 to winning post. Just a superior stayer in that race, and albeit the opposition it beat up on wouldn't be a chance here, but just the way it did it in the time it ran, it's a winning rating that was higher than the winner of the Underwood that was on the same day over 1,800 meters. So if this is going to be a genuine chance, I don't know, towards a what, a Caulfield Cup or something, I just don't know what I'm missing here. I want to take on Via Sistina, albeit we have spoken ad nauseum about why that was not a suitable race last time out, but I just think a very soft run into now a 2,000 metre way, so that they're going to go much quicker in those horses coming through that won't make the same mistake again, Antino, Aliana and Via Sistina. So it sets up probably a good enough tempo. This is the real acid test at half yours to see how good it really is, but at that price, Dino, I'm very happy to chime in and see if half yours is the real deal. I think it could be.
Yep, it's probably the right race to do it. We speak about grand finals, speak about all those sort of things. Obviously, they've got Cox Plates in mind. Obviously, it's probably got a Caulfield Cup in its mind, but I don't mind at all. I can't. The price of S16, like $2 is ridiculous. Like I couldn't touch that. I think Aliana was better than her last start. I know the tempo was different, and interesting to see River of Stars in the noms here. I think that's probably the horse that will roll forward and put a bit of tempo into this race. I think it'll be completely different run to last start. But yeah, I probably couldn't turn you out of that. Lou Buckaroo, Sir I'm not even going to
Got
get
him,
that.
yes. Sir Delius.
I'm just going to Sir Delius.
Sir Delirious is a good name for your next horse, though.
Yeah. With all those pennies in the savings. No real opinion for me. I thought Aliano should probably be a little bit closer, but it just scares me that from the same stable. That's what worries me a little bit, Gunnar.
Yeah, they should be closer, but Via Sistina should just move a bit closer to Aliana. like 280 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to sort of to see Aliana get any shorter than what she is. I've got really no opinion in the race. I think, it's marked as if they don't want us to have a bet at all. So I won't be able to
Mm.
bet. Simple as that. How it'll pan out. Golden Path will roll forward. Delius won't be too far away, albeit I would hate to see them try and be too positive. Like, I think if you're going to be winning a Melbourne Cup, wouldn't want to be like first pair all the time or first four. I'm not suggesting it has been, but I just don't think you want to get
Mm.
into too much of that sort of setup with it. Um, I tend to agree. I'd say Aliana is deserved second favourite, so I'd lean that way. If they gave me a better price, like $6 or something, I'd probably have a bet, but they didn't. So stiff cheddar. That's the
Mm.
way it goes. Anything else down there in Melbourne, lads? Gilgai Dane Hill,
Daniel, can we touch on that? I had a good bet
Yep.
in that, I thought.
the
Um,
Tentrias, not Tentris, Tentarias.
are we changing it?
Well, that's what I heard this morning. Nearly fell off my chair.
Well, I'm
Um,
still can't pronounce Baywak or Woden, so I'm looking after names.
Tentaris, but
But
$3.50. Second favourite Rosberg 250. My Gladiola 450. Dino.
yeah, I liked interest in this. I don't know if you saw the jump out last week. I thought
Oh,
he looked terrific. Yeah, and obviously Rosberg was in that, and he's had a run under the belt. Yeah, hype's going to be on him off that debut win at the Valley. It rated okay. Went back and looked at it today. It didn't rate through the roof. I don't think it beat a whole lot in that race, to be honest. First go down the straight. Tentris obviously won down the straight, or dead heated with Shining Smile back in the autumn. So, and the other point I wanted to make was this horse has always been with Sam and Anthony Friedman. I was sort of thinking this morning, I was like, oh, this is a bit curious. You had an injury in the spring, in the autumn, and now it's switched stables. They know where it's at, but they've always had this horse, which I love. So, listening to the stable last week, they were bullish about him too. So, I think he's a terrific bet, $3.50. I couldn't get Rosberg anywhere at $2.50. Lou, I don't know if you had an opinion, Gano.
Yeah, I'm really keen to play in this. I'm with you. I can't have Rosberg at all. I was talking to Tim Ryan this morning. It's been hammered in a Coolmore stud. Like, clearly, people out there have this huge opinion of it, even before the debut, as we know. As you said, Dano, didn't rate anything exceptional. Alpha Sophie,
Mm,
same day, went better than it in only 30 minutes prior or after or whatever it was. So, don't know what I'm missing there. $6 was an absolute gift, my Gladiola. It's not that anymore. It's into
mm,
450. I think it was a huge win on that same day as the Legacy Bound race, who's an $11 chance here. Mate, rated much higher. Overall time was great. Beat Acacia, who went close on the weekend. Sticks to a same track and distance. I think it's a very good horse, my Gladiola. $6 was all over. 450 is probably about right. The other one I wanted to spec was McGaw, who was in the Legacy Bound race. Don't know what they were doing. Just snagged it, slow tempo, wanted to over race the whole way, kind of held its ground late. Just not the way to ride the horse, clearly. If they let it stride and be anywhere up on speed or maybe just sneaking in behind one or two that are leading, I think it's a big chance of going much better than it did there. So I'm very happy to have a two-bet playing the Dane Hill with my Gladiola and McGaw, Gano.
keen to see what street artists can do. Probably not quite a bet, but it was scratched, and I think maybe a scratch for this. But check into that anyway. See what price they put up. I think the horse might have a bit of ability. Tentris, however you're going to say it, I think he wins the race. I think he's absolutely low flying, and he'll go to an Everest
mm,
after he wins this. Whether or not he's competitive in Everest is a question mark, but then it's straight on to a Coolmore by all reports. So I think he's better than Rosberg. Rosberg was good, be much better suited to a bigger, more spacious track and going straight as opposed to around the Flemington Bend.
mm,
The Valley Bend, I should say. I agree with Louis. My Gladiola price is gone. Tycoon Star was really disappointing last time. At his best, he could win this and he
mm.
could win this well. But yeah, it was really disappointing. So you probably want to see him do it again. Tentris on top for me, 350. I think you'll probably get 350 on Saturday or on Wednesday anyway. Gilgai Stakes, lads. Anyone
Mm.
keen? War Machine, Nadal, Star Patrol, anything? La Fracas?
Just don't know where War Machine's going because it's also in the market for the Premiere. They had a
Yep.
foot abscess, so they scratched. I got to be honest, and maybe we'll touch on it when we get to the Premiere. It just completely lapsed my mind that the fact War Machine even exists. And when I remembered about it today, I went, "Holy hell, here we go! It's a genuine horse." Went three straight to win that Stradbroke and belted them like. The
Change
trials or
stables.
the jump outs were good in Victoria. If that foot abscess issue is not a massive one, and it's always a bit of big if when it's something with their feet. But they're talking Everest still, so I wonder where it goes. I just don't know.
There you go. Epsom Handicap. Let's go to Sydney. Autumn Glow, $1.90. Chow Wolf, Pericles, Pierre. Willie Do It, $11. Lindemann, Royal Patronage, 15. As long as the rest, you know.
Yep, I was trying to find a rail position, but there's none out just yet. She wins. Oh, I don't know if you saw the track gallop between races on the weekend. She looked elite Autumn Glow. I think it's sort of like a winks out market here. You're probably trying to find a place bet. Pierre was outstanding last start. Willie Do It was outstanding too. This is the setup if Chow Wolf's going to win a race. I think a big field, speed on, 1,600 metres. There's plenty of ways to look. Gringotts, I don't doubt he turns up. He didn't go around again on the weekend. Queries out on him after that setback. Where do you sort of look? I thought you could maybe do a place bet on Willie Do It. He was outstanding first up. I think he proves into this race. I think he's got the right setup for this race. Pierre too, maybe you could have a little place bet, but it's pretty hard, Lou, outside of Autumn Glow. It's sort of turn up, watch her maybe win and celebrate rather than a betting race.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought maybe if you want to have a place bet on, I can't believe I'm saying this because I've been one of the horse's biggest haters of all time, Cafe Millennium. He just
He was
flying though.
good
Like
last start.
he's
Yeah, boom.
flying. I can't believe it. He was the biggest non-winner of all time. And now they've
Mm.
just got him in this career best form. He beat Transatlantic, who ran second again on the weekend. Rise at Dawn, somewhat flopped, but you respect an SP, and it kind of stuck on okay too. It wasn't the worst run you've ever
Went
seen,
too
albeit probably
slow.
expected. Yeah,
Gerringong as
expected more.
well.
They needed a
Went too
roll.
slow.
Back up to a mile for Cafe Millennium doesn't look like it'll be an issue this time in. So yeah, place bet on it, but I'm with you, Dino. I'm not sure how, unless something goes drastically wrong, this favourite would lose.
Willie Do It's
Mm.
nice little bet. I'll have a 1 by 4 play on it. Not in the staking plan in terms. I might have a little less, but I mean, if something just goes wrong, Autumn Glow gets spat at the back, draws an awkward gate. Kieran's aboard. Hasn't exactly been lighting it up. Can step up to the mark though. Kieran is a star, but if we see Skyhook sort of 2.0 here, see the punters blowing up deluxe. I'm willing to have something on Willie Do It at the price on each way basis. There you go, lads. Pressure will be on him because he's got some big rides this week, doesn't he?
Mm. Yeah, you'd be praying he gets a good gate, albeit 1,600 metres starts hard to butcher it, but yeah.
Well,
Has he ridden a horse before? I think he
21,
has.
22, or 17, 18, 19, 21, 22.
Yeah,
20 is not
that's true.
great either. Missed that.
Nah,
Not
probably
great.
prefer that
I
than
guess
Monday.
not great. So anyway, see what happens. Big fields, anything could happen. Still waiting on that rail position as well. I would suspect back to the true Dino, but
Yeah, generally
I'd
Epsom
say
Day it is back
yes, true.
to the
Yeah.
true.
It'll go
Yeah,
true, then three, then true, or something like that.
yeah.
Righto, Metropolitan Birdman 450. Louis, you had your opinion on the Epsom, didn't you? Or not?
Yep, yep.
Sorry, my apologies. The Metropolitan Birdman 450, Solar Spain $8. Newcastle Cup winner. Vauban $8. Arapaho 11s. Changing of the guard. Etna Rosso Piggyback same price. Alicant's Elmaz Royal Supremacy 15s. Longer the rest. Louis, kick us off. The Metro.
I don't do stays. Dino, over to you, mate.
Look, I don't do them either, but I keep losing, so my competitive nature comes out. So no Juju Kaboo in this market, so I might win one. Anyway, Soul of Spain. I think this is an outstanding bet. $8. Oh, I was
You
against
didn't
him
the other
last
day.
start.
What
Yeah.
happened, what happened the other day?
If Travolta turns up
Got
and
him,
wins this
yeah.
race, I don't know what I'll do. But if Travolta turns up and wins this, and I ying and when he yangs,
We'll laugh.
I will
We'll all
cry.
laugh.
Yeah, I won't. Zach Sticks. So that's a big tick for me. I thought it was outstanding in the Newcastle Cup. I was hoping it wasn't that good, but it was. Gets right down to the minimum. Can't remember what weight he'll get. I just think Birdman's way too short. Like, he's a good horse, but he struggles to win. He just got every possible favour there last night. They turned the Jets on. He got the perfect smother in behind. I doubt it's going to be sort of the setup that he's going to get here. I just think Soul Spain's got the perfect upside. Outside of that, I thought Vauban's probably ready for a bounce back. I just don't know where he's at. And Arapaho's flying, but needs it wet. I just think $8 Soul Spain's terrific odds here, Gunnar.
Just going one a little bit rogue. Flying Bandit at $101. $51 with tab. was third up, but 2,400 meters doesn't seem to be an issue. The 19 to 24 is the obvious query. You want to see these horses, had 2 runs at 2,400, but at that price, have a dollar each way and give it a cheer. Sectionally was really, really good on Saturday. Gets here on the quick back up. Something like these sectionals for you. 12, 4, then went 11, 5, 11, 4, 11, 4. I think the 2,400 meters is ideal for it. 50 kilos.
What
That was
horse was this, Gunnar?
Flying
Flying
Bandit.
Bandit.
That was also
Okay.
carrying, what was it carrying? Around 60 odd kilos. So it gets down to 50. So
Mm.
knockout chance, no moral by any stretch of the imagination, but just thought of that price. 51 tab, you can get hundreds elsewhere. Sure, Timmy Ryan wouldn't mind you taking it elsewhere because you would hate to get carved up by 100 to 1 pop, wouldn't you, Lou?
Yep.
Mm.
Right.
Right, let's go to
And
flight
back
stakes. Yep.
back to back to Metropolitan. Juju Kabu is actually 24th in order. So watch, he'll get a run and he'll win this week when I'm off as well. I'm just going to get absolutely snookered.
Well, who's going to win, Travolta or Juakibo?
No, Sol Spain's going to win, but Juju Kabu's in the race and Travolta's in the race too. So I know what the
Mm.
Stain gods are going to do to me. Both those will run 1, 2, and I'll probably run third.
Jeez, you've lost your bloody confidence, haven't you? Flat as a
Yeah.
tack.
No, yeah, yeah. Well, you
He's
would
just a
be.
realist. He's a realist.
Flight stakes,
Yeah.
apocalyptic, $1.90, Tupacara 450. Didn't stuff that one up. That's 3 weeks in a row. I've nailed that. Queen of Clubs, Within the Law, $8. Artistic Venture 11s. Karinska. Magenta Skies coming from a Newcastle maiden win, $15. Enviable 26s, Just a Journey, Next Gen, OLED Dancer, Salty Pearl, Spicy Lou, Vivid Sun. They're all $26. I'm not sure how many of those would come here. I'll kick off quickly, lads. I think Enviable at $26 and $5.16 is a nice little each way play. Apocalyptic, probably deserved favourite. Not sure if $1.90 is the right price, Lou.
I think this is the greatest $1.90 bet I have ever seen in my life. If she draws barrier one, you might get a better price. Any other barrier than that, I get your point on Enviable. I'll actually put it down as a good place chance. It's racing like it wants a trip. It was not bad in that race, but they all comes through the same race, apart from Magenta Skies, who, as you mentioned, won a maiden.
Mm.
She
Mm.
belted them. I know the time you talk about times, whatever, but
But they're all in the
you've got
same
to realize
race. Yeah.
it's all in the same race. So
Yeah.
contextually, it doesn't even matter. It just
Yeah.
is who beat
Irrelevant.
who and how did they do it, and she
Mm.
just belted them. 1,600 meters,
Enviable Louis and Queen of Clubs are probably the only two other horses that you go, well, they might go quicker. They
maybe.
might be,
Yeah,
they might be better at the mile than she
correct.
is. Other than that,
Yeah.
like, how could you take 450 to Picara? Should be
You
$8.
can't. You couldn't
Mm.
possibly. And it's been the same all preparation. They're
Yeah.
all coming through the same lead up races, and all Apocalyptic is doing is just belting them. 1,600
Smacking them.
meters, I think, is a tick. As I said, if she draws barrier one and something happens like the debut run and just gets caught up and it's all a nightmare, you just go, okay, well, it's whatever. But oh man, and again, I'm not one for steering you into short price faves, especially on a
But
Monday
here you
morning,
are.
6 days out from the race. But
But I'm going to do
oh,
it.
how could they possibly turn the tables with even luck? So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it is just basically the same race as it has been the last couple of weeks if she starts shorter than that.
Dino.
Yep. Yeah, I can't disagree. She just turns up and probably panel beats them. I can't see anything else turning the tables. Queen of Clubs is really good back to the inside, but I think you're clutching at straws.
Mm.
She had an okay running transit, you'd say, apocalyptic. Like she had to get back and run on. I don't think much made a whole lot of it. Like I thought the run probably had a lot more merit in it. Chupacabra had the best run ever and didn't
Hmm.
even get close to her. So, no, I agree with you, Lou. I just don't know if I could take $1.90 futures market. Something will happen.
Mm.
But I think we'll get the price comes. I think the Dulcifiers as well is on 1,600 meters, so you might see a couple of these dual nom the cross. So she could even start closer and shorter
Mm.
come race day.
Yeah, righto. Shorter. Oof. Punters will be reeling. What else? What else you want to touch on, lads? Premier,
Yeah, I think we
Yeah,
should.
what do you do? What
Briasa,
do you do
Mm.
with the Premier?
250, 350, Jimmy Star, Private Harry, 450, Silly, Generosity, War Machine, $8, Marzu, 15's in flight, Jetabil, Tiger Shark, God bless her, $26, Dragonstone, Iron and Merc, and Nadal, $51. Dino, kick us off with the Premier Stakes.
Yep, really good race. Probably the last lead up in Sydney to the Everest. What do we do here? I listened to a pretty frank interview with Nathan Doyle on Saturday on Sky. There, he was no excuses from him. And he said, and the horse has got to improve an absolute stack here. He's got fitness on his side. He just said he's a colt. He could have just blown up on race day, so he can pour as much work as you want him at home. But race day is completely different. So I'm just going to sit and watch. Can't back Jimmy Star in this field. Probably too small a setup. He's good in a trial. Brias is the one. I think this horse improves, wins the race, but I can't take 250. Can't take 450 Private Harry. And outside of that, I couldn't really back anything. So no bet race for me, but all eyes on Private Harry. Come the Everest if they're going to keep him in their slot, Lou.
Was Jimmy Star even supposed to be here? I could be making things up, but I thought it was one run, fresh and trialled Everest is what I had thought I'd heard. But I could be completely wrong. Maybe this was always the plan. I don't know.
No, yeah. And it was either one run trial Everest or it was one run trial Premier Everest.
Okay, right. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, anyway, I think it was either shorts or Premier. I think that's
too many bloody Warrigal dog interviews, Lou.
Yeah, something like that. I'm with you, Dino. It's as a sit and watch. Generosity is probably a silly price again, but Browser was somewhat holding it on the line there last start, so I couldn't at $8 back it with big confidence. It's going to turn the tables. War Machine, as I mentioned, is the interesting one, but it's $6 out to $8, so it's probably staying in Melbourne. And then Private Harry, you'd have to be given a better price to hope it could bounce back, which it certainly can, but I wouldn't be saying it could at $4.50. And then, the rest of them, I don't know. So it's definitely a watch and learn. Funny thing is that Kaying Rising, every time each horse goes around, Kaying Rising just gets shorter and shorter in the market. Hasn't even done anything yet.
Out of sight, out of mind.
It's a canter around the track and it's into $1.60. They're just falling apart around it, really. Apart from maybe Jolly Star, it's getting a bit crazy.
Is it not the most outside of Kaying Rising though? The most competitive Everest you've seen? Like if
favorite out market, absolutely, yeah.
If he just decided not to turn up, if something happened, just turns it up. Like it's such a great race this year. Great race for second. Briasa wins this. But it depends if you want to take $2.50 just now, or you take $2.50 on Wednesday. Just take $2.50 on Wednesday once you know the draw and you know the field. No point taking any risks.
Final field market.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it'd be crazy to just take the final field market. Anything else, lads? Any other races you want to look at? Dulcify, I'd say a horse like Federalist is probably worth a little peek. $6 is a bit rude, but I think it'll probably win that race. Without a Peer was pretty good though. Last time they're the two in the market. Anything else anywhere? And see Magenta Skies is also nom for that race.
I saw Trav's article had Tim Clark booked aboard Magenta in the Flight Stakes, so guessing maybe that's where they go. Breeders and Gimcrack boys, favourite races for me. I think Eviction Notice, they put up the wrong price. It's into favourite now. I think it wins and won at massive odds in the fillies race, the Gimcrack. I think it's $15. Oh, yes, she did. I thought she was the pick of the fillies. I can't believe they put up $15. They're the two for me.
Yeah, I like it.
I get like when you mentioned those two races, I had shivers down my spine. I thought, and then it makes sense.
Really? No,
makes sense why you got no savings spending on these.
Hey, I got heaps of savings.
Oh, my bad. That's
to be fair. If you've got half an idea about trials and stuff, it's probably not a bad race to bet into because no one else would have any. There's no form, right?
True.
Yeah, well, that's
if you've got a trial edge, it's a good race.
Here you go, Dino. Question for you. You've been doing the trials and the 2-year-olds for probably, I don't know, call it 5 years now, but like properly. What would be your betting record on the Gimcrack or call it the first 5 or 6 2-year-olds? Something for you, some homework for you to come back with us next week, maybe.
Can do. I think Louis hit the nail on the head. This one, the Gimcrack and Breeders, I would suggest I go pretty good. I think this is the one where you don't have any of the big guys in play. The computers are out of play. It's you versus your eyes versus your times and all your knowledge. So, I think the further you get, it can get harder. Yeah. These two races, it's generally what trials the best Kenzo wins these races.
Righto, give us those tips again. Gimcrack.
Gimcrack, oh, yes, she did. And in the Breeders, I think he's very, very smart in Picture Notice. I love him.
Beautiful. Love it, Dino. Love it. There you go. Bit of insight there. Give us your best all-in play of the week, Louis. Then Dino, then me, then get your staking plans. $10 you got currently. I'm $2 in the positive. May not last long. Dino, you've lost your $10 down, and Louis, you're $24 down. Easy. You'll make a comeback.
Best all-in apocalyptic, guys.
Dino.
Love it. Best all-in play in the Dane Hill. Tentrist or Titrus, however you pronounce it, will be winning.
Tentyrus. That's
Tyrus.
gonna do me in all
Yeah.
spring. Yeah, I tend to agree. I think he's the one. $10, Lou. How are you gonna spend it?
2 leg multi.
Oh yes. Read it out slowly.
It's the dribbliest multi I've ever done. It's full mug. It's
Yeah,
full
good.
mug stuff,
Perfect.
especially for all-in betting.
Yeah, good.
Autumn Glow and Apocalyptic, both at $1.90. You get $3.61 with the tab.
$3 and what?
61 cents. Just
We'll
to,
round that
just
down.
to,
Yep. Then you have $10 on that.
well, yeah, $10.
And if that lobs, you'll be $2 in profit. It'd be great.
You watch them. You watch it. Just go to the dogs.
Do you know?
All right, I'm gonna go with mine's a little bit rogue this week too. $7 on Tentris in the Dane Hill. I'm gonna go $2 of Soul of Spain in the Metropolitan. I'm gonna have a $1 all up on Eviction Notice in the Breeders, Tentris in the Dane Hill, and Soul of Spain in the Metropolitan.
One
know
extreme,
that?
one extreme to
You know
another.
that?
Because last week,
Yeah,
last 2 weeks, you've given us
yeah.
one tip, and now you've given us two
Yeah,
tips
well, I said that.
and an all up. Yes, you are
Yeah, well, I
unrivaled.
like this week. Yeah, well, I said love sticking to it because it was working and it didn't work.
Well,
Come fourth.
I ran out of
So,
paper, so can you please
I'll
send
put
that
it on
across to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chip away because I'm sick of going backwards, and I'm going to do a Dean Watling special and have $10 a place on Will He Do It
Yep, that'll run fourth.
in the
Beautiful.
Epsom. Yep, and if
We had
you
a duck race last week again, or not? Still no.
Hover Nation,
Hobbit Nation.
it's not
What you got
great.
against the ducks?
I think that's what Brandy calls him, Hover Nation.
That is the best.
It's pretty good. Yeah, Luke, please lift your game. If you want to get involved, let us know your best all-in play of the week. Can be anywhere in the feature markets we've talked about. The best comment, Luke, will put you in the duck race because we're doing a multi. The multi will be back. Otherwise, Luke will have to look for a new job. That's all in. We're back.
There, boys.
See ya.